Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you've joined me today. My name is Sharon Birch, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to this exciting webinar. Please tell me in the comments where you're watching from. So this webinar is for you if you're a nurse who wants to start a business and you don't know where to start. Or it's also for you if you have a business, but you're not consistently making at least $3,000 a month net. Or maybe you sense something is missing in your business and you want to stop piecing things together and start being able to rely on your income. So today I'm going to share my best tips on what steps to take to attract your first 10 clients and how to choose a business education that serves entrepreneurial nurses. This webinar builds on my free PDF, The Liberated Nurse's Guide to Validating Your Business Idea. If you don't have that PDF, you can get it by clicking the link in the description below this video. So today you're going to discover a proven pathway for starting a sustainable business that's safe for all nursing licenses, can be done at your own pace, and is affordable with low financial risk. Feel free to post your questions in the comments as we go along. I'll answer all your questions within a week. Uh, even if you're watching this as a recording and not a live webinar. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to offer a holistic business education program designed for nurses by nurses. So that you can build a business that fits your life and provides time freedom, financial security, and personal fulfillment. Now imagine waking up excited about your work every morning, knowing you'll make a difference in people's lives without jeopardizing your own health and safety. Envision having a steady, comfortable stream of clients, feeling confident in your business decisions, and enjoying time flexibility in your workday. This webinar will answer your questions and calm the concerns that could be holding you back from getting your first 10 clients. From the surveys I've taken, many nurses fear risking their financial security for the potential that their business will be successful. And there's good reason for that. Nurses are highly educated about many things, but business is not one of them. So maybe you can relate to some or all of these fears on the screen and other fears like, will I attract enough clients? Will people be unhappy with my service and demand refunds? Will my marketing sound aggressive or manipulative? Or maybe you're holding back because just the thought of discussing payments with people is very uncomfortable and you freeze when you get to that part of the sales process. So dreaming about starting a business is a very different mindset from the one required to take action. And fear can show up in a lot of different disguises. I invite you to pause the video and put in the comments what the things are that are holding you back from getting clients. Now, you might have already tried marketing strategies where you've invested your time and money, but then it didn't pay off. This is a huge source of disappointment and frustration for entrepreneurial nurses who just want a fair chance to help people. Most of us who are in business now have experienced some version of that. To add to the situation, you've likely followed a popular business mentor's advice, but their approach felt inauthentic for you and didn't align with your values. I'm here to tell you today that you are not the problem. All of these things that you've experienced, from fears to disappointments, and so on, overwhelm, confusion, things like that. All of these are symptoms of an underlying problem. So the real problem is lack of personalized business education, guidance, and support from more experienced nurse entrepreneurs. We simply cannot just take conventional business education and advice and guidance and apply it directly to our businesses as nurses because we have a different set of values, ethics, and a license that limits what we can do in order to protect the public. And this is a good thing. This is a thing that we can be proud of that we have as nurses and be proud to show our identity as nurses because the public trusts us more than they trust any other professionals. And so that is a very important thing that I want to celebrate and put a spotlight on in today's webinar. And the fact that goes with along with the fact that when we don't have experienced entrepreneurial nurses as business mentors, it is normal for us to feel overwhelmed and confused and afraid about starting a business. So, again, I'm Sharon Birch. I'm the founder of New Directions for Nurses and LiberatedNurse.com. And this is me as a new LPN in 1974. I I started being an entrepreneur in 1984 when I started doing massage therapy on the side. And then I became a full-time entrepreneur in 1989 when I co-owned a massage therapy practice in a metro area hospital. In 93, my partner and I sold that business, and I provided holistic health coaching in a health collective for 5 years. And then I started my own business, like a solo practice from my home, writing and selling 2 textbooks and more than 40 CE courses. And I sold those online for the next 7 years. I've lived a laptop business lifestyle since 2001. So now, with 4 decades as a nurse entrepreneur, I've seen what works and what doesn't. And this is a picture of me on my sailboat with my dogs when I was living that laptop. That was just one of the little vignettes. I lived on my boat for a while on a lake and had solar panels on it to power my laptop and my phone and things like that. It was really a great adventure. So I've learned a lot, as I said, and I want to share it with you. So I've learned that there's a way to attract clients without feeling salesy and grow a business that truly fits your life and values and brings you joy. And I've learned that the path to building a successful, fulfilling, and sustainable nurse-owned business doesn't have to be overly complex, filled with excessive risk, or incongruent with your values. We can attract clients while feeling natural and authentic. We can grow our confidence through receiving guidance, taking things a step at a time, and building on the evidence we gather. Now my work is to support nurses in claiming their power and practicing at the top of their license. To me, this means maintaining a strong nursing identity, only using ethical business practices, taking daily low-risk, evidence-informed actions at the right time and in the right order, and also, if you've seen the PDF that I mentioned earlier, I talked about these developmental stages of business in that PDF. So I'm going to just touch on those a moment here to continue teaching you about the importance of this. One of the biggest mistakes I see nurse entrepreneurs making is that they try to start in stage 2, the grow stage, here with the orange crescent at the top. Instead of starting with stage 0, that only needs to take up maybe a few weeks in that stage, and quickly meet those milestones. Then move to stage one, the stage where you prove your business idea works and has value to people. Those two stages are essential to complete before you start to grow your business in stage two. Be because cho choosing the right actions at the right time in the right order is essential for success. Otherwise, you'll feel confused, you'll feel overwhelmed, and you'll fail to thrive, honestly, because you've missed developmental milestones in your business that should have been hit. And there's another factor that comes into play that you, especially at the beginning of your business, it's important to offer the right service type for your business stage. So let me go on and show you what I mean about that. In stage one, it's best to make offers that involve high amounts of personalization and customization and work closely with each customer so you give them your best attention and help them get their best results. This approach is invaluable to people and worth charging higher prices for, which means you can sustain yourself on fewer sales. And also at this stage, marketing your service and delivering it can be fairly simple. Contrast that with, as you go up in the stages, you decrease personalization and you focus on production. For instance, in stage two, we typically add group programs and services and more complexity to our marketing and delivery systems. And by the time we've reached stage three, we've learned enough about our customers that we can offer many products and serve 100 or more clients at once. At that point, we can afford to charge less for the entry-level products or services and we have a menu that includes low, medium, and high priced offers. So here's one tool we use in the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator that illustrates what I'm talking about. In stage one, we recommend that your offers are very personalized. For instance, one-to-one coaching, consulting, VIP days, and done-for-you services. This way, your customers receive your full attention, and you have the opportunity to listen carefully and respond to each customer without the distraction of them being in a group. Now, if you don't know what a VIP day is, type it in the comments and I'll respond for everyone to see. And same way with the done for you services. I'll be happy to give you an example. Now, as soon as you've proven your business idea works with individuals, then you can start offering group programs and the done with you services and retreats and masterminds and things like that. So I'd love to know which product, program, or service you are thinking about offering or already offering in, and what stage of business you are in. And so if you put that in the comments, that'd be great. Everybody can learn about who's in this community and what you're up to. So now that you know the importance of taking the right steps in the right order and making the right offers, I'd like to walk you through a view of the Liberated Nurse Entrepreneur's Roadmap. This is a progressive business development process built on nested frameworks, including the ADOPI nursing process, the holistic caring process, the Stanford design thinking process, and others. And there are 3 phases of business development in stage one. Remember, stage one is probably where most of you are, where you're proving your business idea before you grow that to get a lot of customers. So the first phase of stage one is business positioning. The second phase is client acquisition, and in phase 3, we set up, track, and refine our operations. so we can build our evidence basis as we move forward. Now, here, another big mistake I see nurse entrepreneurs make is that within the prove stage, they still try to start with client acquisition, which is phase 2 you see in the middle of the screen. And it's really important to start instead with business positioning first and then move into client acquisition. So in this webinar, we're going to focus on business positioning. Excuse me. Because if you get that part right, it's going to make getting your clients so much easier and more fun. You'll know how to do it like rinse and repeat. What you test and do in the business positioning phase, you'll just be able to rinse and repeat and apply in the client acquisition phase. Okay, so business positioning means learning what your potential customers are challenged by and what they want instead. Okay, so their challenge or their problem and what they want instead. So that you can position your products, programs, and services at an advantageous place within a specific niche market. A niche market is the population you want to help, okay? And it's the result or outcome that they're seeking. So it's those two things together. Now, sometimes I call a niche market an audience of people, or you can think about it as the group or the population in nursing terms. So some examples of a niche market are, for instance, dog owners. That's the people, and what they want is they want their dogs to be well groomed. So dog owners who want their dogs to be well groomed. That would be a niche market. Here's another example. Women in recovery from addiction who want to be free from chronic pain. So do you see how that is? There's the person, and then it's what they want. The business positioning process helps you discover your niche, prove your idea's value, clarify your voice and values, and spotlight your business's visibility. So it gets attention from the people who need your help. The business positioning process also helps you focus your business activities and build rapport with the people you want to serve. This boosts your confidence and helps people trust you and buy from you. All of this is essential because today's marketplace is fiercely competitive. Your success requires having a distinctive voice and identity so people pay attention to what you offer and how they can benefit from it. In business positioning, you prove the value of your idea to a pilot group of people who buy a sample from you, and you learn from that experience. Your and your customer's experience provides evidence that ensures you have a program or service that you can deliver successfully and help people get the results they're looking for. So business positioning helps you connect with the best available opportunities and empowers you with that confidence to make decisions. All of these things lower the risk in your business decisions from that point going forward, and it propels your business in so that it's not so hard to grow. So business positioning starts with discovering your niche. And niche discovery is where you have the you leave the daydreaming in stage 0 and begin to adopt the entrepreneurial mindset. This requires taking action. You can't just contemplate it. And it's a big mistake to think you can decide on the perfect niche and then implement and grow your business. It's much better to pick a niche, test it, modify, and repeat and do it in as light-hearted way as possible with as little attachment as possible. Because the faster you can implement rounds of testing, of choosing a niche and testing it, the faster you'll find the niche that fits you. And so I like to use the idea of paper airplanes for this because it's way different than the idea of uh, constructing, a business or something. That sounds so big, and it would be, and it is eventually as you get through the stages. But start light. Start with something that you're not having a heavy investment in, so that you can easily change it up and improve it, and even pivot it to be a completely different idea. So here's tip number one to get your first 10 clients. Describe your audience. That's your niche. And with this little recipe, who you help and what they want. Then ask people if they know anyone like that and share your description everywhere. And I mean everywhere. People you're standing in an elevator with, people at a checkout counter, um, you know, and from there up, share your niche and see if people understand what you're talking about and so on. Do they lean in? Do they ask questions, or do they just sort of change the subject? Those are your first levels of testing your niche, and it can be done quickly. So a question I often hear is, how narrow or specific does my niche have to be? In a rural or a small town area, the population you serve, if you're serving right there locally, the population you serve can be pretty general, like something like women's health and wellness. Okay. That's at one end of the spectrum. At the other end of the spectrum is if you live in a large city or you're wanting to have your business online and market it online. In those places, the noise and the competition is vast. And so you need to have the audience you serve be more specific to help you stand out. Initially, that means you can use a specialty like pediatrics, cardiology, oncology, whatever you kind of think nursing specialty to kind of frame your first general, moving from a general niche to sort of we call it macro niche, to moving from a macro general niche to just a niche. You can use your nursing specialty to do that. And so just initially just choose one audience and one outcome that you know people are looking for help with. And of course, you also have to have the skills to help them achieve what is they're looking for. As you develop your skills, as you go forward with that niche, whatever niche you choose, just keep your ears open, your eyes open, your mind open, and notice the kind of clients that are showing up, the kind of clients that you most enjoy working with and that you're getting the best results with, and then gravitate toward deepening your skills with that group. And that will automatically narrow your niche in a very natural, authentic, organic way. Your focus and your expertise will deepen and develop over time. So back to the beginning then. Niche discovery involves listening to the people in your niche, empathizing with what's troubling them, learning about their desired outcome, and diagnosing the cause of their problem or challenge. And remember, this is not medical diagnosis unless you have a nurse practitioner license and you want to have a medical type practice. For most of us, it's not going to be that way. We're going to think about our nursing diagnosis, or if we're not fluent in that language, just think about in your own everyday language, what is causing this person's problem? What do I think from my training and my point of view, what do I think is causing their problem? And give it a name. And that's your diagnosis. It's very important to release our assumptions about the people that we want to serve. And that takes us back to really listening to them very closely. So what else is involved in this? Well, you're going to learn a lot about yourself in the first year or two of your business. So you don't want to pressure yourself to choose the perfect, exact, specific niche right off. It's okay to choose a short-term niche of people you can serve to get started, even if it doesn't feel like the perfect fit for you long term. Then keep your ideals in mind as you move forward so you can choose a niche that fits your strengths, limitations, and preferences long term. Now, I want to share more details about how to get your first 10 clients. If you want people to buy what you're offering, you must offer them something they value. To do that, you first have to discover what that is. So you need to have initial non-sales conversations with people in the group that you want to serve. And in these non-sales conversations, you're going to create safe space and ask the people about their challenges. You can inquire with empathy. Do not approach this with a task completion kind of focus. Have a soft, open, receptive focus and listen more than you talk. Okay. Be curious to learn about what they're looking for, what they've tried, and how ready they are. And if you think you can help them, ask if they'd like to hear about your pilot test when you're ready for it. If they say yes, then take their contact information and invite them to participate when your pilot test is ready. So then, next step is to focus on what your potential clients want. After you've listened to people, focus in. What do people want? And find one thing they want that you can help them get. Ask yourself, how will you make a measurable difference to the people in your audience? Listen to their fears about getting help. Identify how you can reduce the risk for them and for you. So now choosing your niche involves confirming who is actually seeking a solution to their problem, not just the ones complaining about it, but the ones who are really ready to solve their problem or their challenge. So who is actually looking for a solution? And then you want to confirm that there's enough people that are able to pay a price that sustains you in providing it. Once you've done that, then the next step is to identify where you can easily find and communicate with these people. In the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator program, we teach nurses how to have strategic conversations with their potential clients and do targeted inquiry about their challenges and the change or transformation they want, and reflect on the nuances of what you've heard, felt, and observed when you've had these conversations. We look for patterns in the situations we've heard across the conversations that we've had, and we focus our program or service on helping them change at the root of the problem if possible, not just changing the symptoms. So the point of these conversations is to help you determine what the people need that you can provide, how you can make it easy for people to recognize themselves or someone they know who needs help. And this niche description or niche statement will also help you uncover where to find people who want what you offer. So let's write a niche statement together that you can use to talk with people everywhere you go. A niche statement is a clear, short message that describes your niche, and it's easy to test and will ultimately become your core marketing message. And the recipe is who you help and what they want to do, be, or have. So here are some examples. I mentioned the first one before, women in recovery who want to manage their chronic pain. Another example is nurse educators who want to create online CE courses. or nurse entrepreneurs who want to have a thriving business. Approach this little exercise like you're making the paper airplanes and write a test version and put it in the comments below. You can pause the video, of course, so that you can do that. Okay, so I'll give you some examples now too from graduates of the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator. Marcia is a holistic nurse coach who wanted to help people improve their health and well-being. That was the general niche she started with. And then through niche discovery, she identified getting quality sleep as a focus of her startup services. If you'd like to, you can pause the video so you can read Marcia's statement. And notice that Marcia used who want to in her niche statement and also added the word without to communicate what her audience wants to avoid. This helps Marcia position her business as distinct from others and makes her services more appealing to the people she wants to serve. It also opens up opportunities to her to present her coaching and relaxation products in wellness centers, yoga studios, and other places where her audience goes. And here's another niche statement example. Jan's a retired pediatric nurse practitioner, and she's now practicing as a holistic nurse coach, and she has additional training in financial coaching. So Jan's niche statement tells us what her audience wants without using the words who want to. I wanted to give you this example because she does it a little differently. She doesn't use the words who want to, but she still gets across the point that of what she does. And she makes it easy for people to recognize themselves or someone they know who needs her help. And you can pause the video if you need to, of course, to read what she said. Excuse me. So Maya is another graduate of our program, and she's a holistic health and wellness nurse coach who was frustrated because she created a beautiful website and spent many exhausting hours on social media posts, but she still didn't have enough clients. Maya had confidence in herself and she had plenty of confidence to be successful, but she just didn't know how to position her business with a niche statement. So now read this slide to see Maya's statement. Maya learned how to create a clear niche statement so people who needed her could find her. And now she's consistently attracting clients and her business is growing. So give me a yes in the comments if you can see how the niche statement step in the business positioning helps get your first 10 clients by bringing clarity to your communications about who you help and asking where you can find them. So we've covered step 1 of business positioning, which is niche discovery. And now I'm going to describe pilot testing and how it helps you get your first 10 clients and start your business on a solid evidence-based foundation. Pilot testing is like a test drive of your offer. It's a process that verifies the value of a minimum viable product that's like a slice or a part or a sample of your offer. And your pilot test must help your audience solve an acknowledged problem or serve an acknowledged purpose. It can't be hidden. So what do I mean by a hidden problem? It's a problem that people don't realize they have. And here's an example. Let's say your audience knows their blood sugars are too high or unstable, and they want to reduce that problem. In this case, you must offer them a solution to the problem that they're aware of. So if your niche statement offers a service that helps people consume more whole foods in their diet, in their meals, they won't be attracted to your offer unless they already know that whole foods are important to solving their blood sugar problem. So while your offer has value, it's not going to be recognized as valuable to your audience because this part of solving their problem is hidden to them. So you would want to instead use in your marketing message, in your pilot test and your marketing message for your test, you'd want to say something about helping the people stabilize and lower their blood sugar because that's their top of mind problem. See how that works. Now, when you test drive a car, you know you need to have a driver's license and insurance, right? To be safe to do that. And this is a common question I have from nurse entrepreneurs is when do I have to get a business license if my local area requires it? And when do I need to have insurance? So my recommendation is that when you're ready to do your pilot test, that's when you need to have your business license and your insurance. Another part of that question that I get is, well, when do I need to form an LLC? In most states, your official business form, such as an LLC, can come after you've proven your business idea with your pilot test. If you have a question about that, you can put it in the comments too. Put any of your questions in the comments and I'll stop saying that. Okay, so why is pilot testing important? We're in the pilot testing stage here, or phase. Pilot testing is important because you get paid in this step. It involves enrolling several clients from your audience. They can pay you a lower fee than you're going to charge uh, after the test. Excuse me, I'm having two thoughts at once. I'll get back to my notes. So these people pay a lower fee than your full price, and they get to experience your service and provide essential feedback. I recommend that you charge at least 50 to 70% of what you plan to charge after the pilot. This will ensure that your service meets a need that clients will pay for. So that's an important part of your test. It also verifies your server that your services give your clients the outcome they want. And so after you've verified that people value your service enough to pay for it and you receive their feedback, you'll have so much confidence in your offer that will be easy and fun to promote it. A successful pilot test generates client gratitude, testimonials, and case studies. This is important because it builds your confidence and it enhances your credibility with others. As a bonus, your pilot test confirms whether or not you enjoy the work. This is important because if you don't enjoy your work, over time, your business will become just another job. Pilot testing requires taking action with real clients. This is not about doing something perfectly. In fact, it's better to take quick, imperfect actions than delay and delay and delay, trying to get things just all lined up perfectly. Of course, I'm not talking about being so rushed that you endanger your clients in any way. I'm just talking about unplugging a little bit from our conditioning that we can't make a mistake because there's, in all likelihood, your first business idea is not going to be so high stakes that it's going to hurt anyone. So keep that in mind when I encourage you to take quick, imperfect actions. Learn from those iterations because every time you take an action and then reflect on it, you'll see clearly ways you can improve, and that will move you forward much faster than trying to figure it out in your back cave, at home, just in your head. Okay, so and also it gives you real evidence, okay, which is what we build that's what is the foundation of our nursing practice, isn't it? All right, so I recommend running each pilot test with 8 to 10 paying clients. And you want to use the larger number if you know the people well, or the smaller number if you don't know the people. And that's because you need objective feedback from your test. So if everybody knows you and loves you, there's going to be sort of a halo effect, and you want to have a larger group in that kind of test. Also be sure that the people in your test actually are true representatives of the people you want to serve in your business, not just stand-ins. So you please write this down. Make offers, deliver your service, observe feedback, modify. That is your main recipe in the beginning when you're getting your first clients and starting your business. I want to continue on with more nuances about pilot testing because these are important things to know. Pilot testing involves planning, implementing, evaluating, analyzing, reflecting, and refining, just like the nursing process. And it creates the evidence basis you need to confirm you have a service you can repeat and keep getting more clients. If you plan to receive funding through grants or investors, then thorough pilot testing is an absolute necessity. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. So you need to plan and implement your minimum viable product or service that helps your audience experience a quick win. And by that, I mean a clear and encouraging step in the direction they want to go. I recommend giving them from 3 to 5 sessions in your pilot test. A first session, a last session, and between 1 and 3 middle sessions. Okay. And do it over the span of 2 to 3 weeks. That's all you need to test this little slice of your business idea. So choose a meaningful slice, um, hopefully one that you really do need to know, will this work with people? And that will generate testimonials and case studies that you can use to promote your business going forward. So in this step, listening continues to be key. You must listen closely to your test group's experiences and opinions to receive the most useful feedback, and then analyze and evaluate the outcomes that they received so that you can really know for sure what worked and what didn't, and how to best refine your service moving forward. So as you can tell, this type of testing helps you prevent costly mistakes uh, going forward and helps you refine your service delivery before you invest fully in launching your business. And here's my next tip on getting your first 10 clients. When you're talking with people who are interested in buying your program or services, help them get clear on whether your offer fits them for them. Use your coaching and consulting skills to help them see their fears, their choices, and their opportunities that they have. Then tell them your view on what's causing their challenge and ask if it makes sense to them. They'll either resonate with and choose your approach or not, and that's okay. If they resonate with your approach, invite them to work with you. If they don't, then move on. And if they're unclear, you know, encourage them to ask questions and help them get clear on whether they're a yes or a no. So here's another example. Sam is a nurse coach who specializes in stress management for healthcare professionals. He invited 10 people to participate in his stress management pilot test. And He invited the participants' feedback during the test and at the end. Then he analyzed the feedback to understand the results. Sam's 3-week pilot test effectively reduced stress levels in 7 out of the 10 participants, and he received glowing testimonials. He refined his program based on the feedback and felt confident knowing he's begun to verify the effectiveness of his program. Maria is a holistic wellness consultant. Through pilot testing, Maria learned that what her clients want and will pay for, and designed her services around that. Now she helps organizations reduce staff burnout, improve resilience, and decrease turnover. She says, when I implemented my pilot tests, an overwhelming goal was achievable by breaking it down into small steps and taking consistent action. I feel proud of myself when I look at where I was a year ago and where I am now. So give me a yes in the comments if you can see how pilot testing helps you get your first 10 clients and adds power to your business. Let's review. Business development phase 1, which is called business positioning. You first complete the niche discovery step, where you identify the audience you want to serve and what they're looking for. Then you complete the pilot testing step, where you deliver a slice of your product, program, or service, and verify its value based on customer enrollment and feedback. Building on these first 2 foundational steps, you'll move forward into phase 2, which is client acquisition. And that's where you can increase your offer's price and begin your marketing, your lead generation, and your sales processes. But your first 10 clients are best achieved through your business positioning steps here in phase 1. Now, if you want to have a business that sustainably supports you and the freedom you desire, the steps I've shown you today are absolutely essential. This image gives you a little bit of a bigger picture. It shows you the 3 steps of the Liberated Nurse marketing model. Notice that it starts with niche discovery in step 1 over here on the right, where you focus on understanding what your audience wants and will pay for. Then it flows to pilot testing your offer in step 2. These each comprise about 40% of your marketing focus initially. Then step 3 is what most people call marketing and sales, which is only about 20% of the whole marketing process when you're starting out. So if you've been worried about the marketing and sales part, know that it will be much easier when you've done the niche discovery and pilot testing parts first. This marketing model will serve you throughout your career as a business owner, as you launch new offers to your audience or the same offer to a new audience, because the art of acquiring clients is a spiral process. And after you've completed one round, you'll go around the spiral again, this time at a higher level of awareness and skill than you did the first time. For example, Teresa had owned her business for about 5 years when her sales weren't as strong as she wanted them to be. She thought that her marketing messages weren't clear enough. So Teresa did a new round of niche testing and pilot testing and gained a deeper understanding of her ideal clients, which helped her further refine her messages. Now Teresa's marketing is much easier and more fun, and more nurses are enrolling in her program. Now, before we leave the teaching part of this webinar, I want to acknowledge that some of you might feel afraid of or repulsed by the thought of doing marketing and sales. If so, I understand these because I felt that way myself. And, conventional business ethics are very different from nursing ethics. This is the difference, for example, between the idea of buyer beware in conventional business ethics versus the idea that nurses look out for you in our ethics. So I've learned, I've been through a journey around this and continue to now want to be an advocate and take a stand for this because I've learned that nurses, marketing, and sales can be in beautiful alignment. And I invite you to pause the video here so you can read this slide and the next couple of slides. The first ethical marketing principle for nurses is respect. Nurses practice being respectful and establishing rapport and credibility every day. But think about the last sales conversation you had when you were the customer. What nurses do is not the way business is typically done. And I'm here to say that our way is good and important. And conventional business would do well to listen and learn from us. I'm pointing out these ways that nurses engage with people to illuminate them so we appreciate their value and don't lose them when we get into the business world. The ethical basis for nurses, another one is permission. So here are a couple of examples of permission-based marketing and sales questions. Would you like to hear how my service has helped people get the same outcome or results you want? And then another one is, before describing the details of your service, ask them, would you like to hear the details about how I could help you? So the first one is sort of yes or no about the general. Would you like to hear about my service? And the second one, when after they've said yes, it's your follow-up question to say, okay, you say the first one, you say a little bit in general, and then before you go in with all the details, you ask again. That's the idea. I'd like to recap the principles I've shared with you today. If you follow them, these principles will guide you to getting your first 10 clients and laying a stable foundation for your business at the same time. So first, describe your audience with your niche statement. And that's who you want to help and what they want. Then you ask people if they know anyone like that. And then you share it with people everywhere you go. And do this as if you're testing paper airplanes. Fly and refine without great attachment to each one. Then once you've described your niche, start having non-sales conversations to ask people about their challenges. Create a safe space and inquire with empathy. Listen more than you talk. Learn about what they're looking for, what they've tried, and how ready they are to make a meaningful change. If you think you can help them, ask if they'd like to hear about your pilot test when you're ready to offer it. Plan your pilot test offer to verify the value of your minimum viable product. Your service must help your audience involve a knowledge, problem, or purpose. And enroll paying customers into your pilot, implement it, get feedback and testimonies, and evaluate the feedback to refine your service delivery. In your sales conversations, both for your pilot test and beyond, help people get clear on whether your offer fits for them. Help them see their fears and their choices and opportunities. When you tell them your view on what's causing their problem, let them either resonate with it or not. Help them choose your approach if it makes sense to them and resonates with them. Respect the people you're talking with. Open your empathy to respectfully see and hear the person to find out what's relevant. I know you've already read this slide, so I'm just going to keep going here. And ask their permission at each step of the way during the sales conversation so that people have a chance to say, no, I'm not really interested. And they don't experience like a fire hose effect on you just dumping information. Let it really be a real conversation. So now at this point, you might be wondering, can I really do this while working or raising a family? And in most cases, the answer is yes, because these steps don't put your license at risk. There's no huge investments of time or money or energy. You can stay in your job until you've confirmed that the value of your business. And if you take these steps and decide you're not an entrepreneur, it's not a huge loss. You can go on with your life. So now, if you want to go further than you are now, decide, I will. I will cultivate a brave and positive mindset. I will take imperfect action aligned with my values and goals. I will focus and grow a deep niche, not wide. And I will get compassionate, expert guidance and support. And speaking of getting guidance and support, I believe the best business education for nurses is tailored to nurses, self-paced, with ongoing support and accountability. It includes both business development and marketing guidance, and it uses evidence-informed step-by-step processes and is provided by experienced nurse entrepreneurs. So look for education that's evidence-based, informed, and sequenced so you can avoid missing vital steps. And education that gives abundant personal guidance to help you apply the steps to your specific business, your business life mix, because that is key in moving forward and launching successfully. And that holds your focus so you don't go off your path chasing shiny objects. Now, you can get the bare bones steps to building a business through webinars like mine or through AI or signing up for people's freebie offers, but you won't know how to apply what you learn to your specific business and life mix. So be sure to look for professional guidance from an experienced nurse entrepreneur because honestly, you don't know what you don't know. And generic business mentors don't know our values and licensing limitations. So today I've shared with you the most important guiding principles for getting your first 10 clients and laying a stable foundation for your business at the same time. They are true and trustworthy. However, just like in nursing, business is simple in the concept, but it requires carefully nuanced implementation. It's not enough to just simply understand the concepts. Most of us need a mentor or skilled peers to help us apply the concepts in our real life situations. And we learn faster with fewer errors when we have experienced guides. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope that you got some insights that will be useful to you. I wonder if you feel clearer and more knowledgeable about getting your first 10 clients or your next 10 if you're already in business but not making that steady income yet. And I hope that you felt good about the value you got for your time today. So please type yes in the comments if that's the case. And if you resonate with any of the things I said today, I'd love to hear that feedback. So this concludes today's learning content. And if you have any questions or feedback, please pause the video and share in the comments below. I will get notified and I'll answer in a week or less. So now, with your permission, I'd like to tell you how you can receive my help to implement everything you've heard today, and develop a business you're proud of. If you're not interested in hearing about that, thank you for attending, and you can feel free to go. So I'm going to tell you about the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator Program. This is a year-long, results-driven business education program for nurses with clear milestones and practical, actionable steps to achieve them. This is for you if you've not started your business yet, or if you've started, but you aren't consistently making at least $3,000 a month net. The incubator program gives you step-by-step education and support to complete business development stages 0 and 1. It gives you a protected space to hatch your business idea and nurture it until it's ready to fly. If you haven't already taken our Unlock Your Entrepreneurial Potential course, you'll start with it. It's the first course in the incubator. This course takes you through stage 0, prepare yourself for business. In 1 month, you will identify your entrepreneurial strengths with our strengths test and personal guidance, and learn how to use your inner saboteurs as fuel for your personal growth. You'll select a niche to serve, and you'll identify how much time and money you need to invest in your first year of business. Your time and energy investment, of course, depends on how fast you want to go and how much time you can budget. But I can tell you this, the incubator will not require more time. Instead, it will help your time be more focused and effective. Now, if you've already taken the stage 0 course, you'll enter the incubator at stage 1 and start with that course. And we'll deduct the stage 0 course cost from the cost of the incubator program. So let's look at stage 1. This is where you prove your idea's value. And it has the 3 phases I mentioned earlier. So we'll start with positioning your business by discovering your niche and verifying its value through pilot testing. Then we'll move into acquiring clients by having respectful marketing and sales conversations that feel authentic for you. And then we'll help you set up and refine your operations so that you can track and refine everything about your business as it grows. Now, I want to share more detail of that with you. So in the business positioning phase, lasts about 3 months. In the first month, you'll choose a business idea and listen to your target audience to see and hear their situation from their point of view. In the second month, you'll outline your first product, program, or service, identify a minimum viable product, and invite people to join your pilot test, including getting 10 paying clients who give you detailed feedback. In the third month, you'll complete your pilot test and create a core marketing message, plus improve your service and make it more appealing. Then we'll help you move to the client acquisition phase. This phase lasts 5 months. This is where you fill your part-time client calendar through effective marketing and sales. In the first month, you'll be able to clearly convey that you have what your audience wants. In the second month, you'll identify your buyer's journey that serves you and your clients and nurtures a trusting relationship for life. And if you don't recognize that term, buyer's journey, of course, that will be explained in the incubator, but it's like the first thing, it's identifying and developing the first thing that the customer gets from you, and then the second and the third. So they can take a small step at the beginning and then a larger step and a larger step with you. In the third month of phase two, you will have a simple functional method of generating leads in place. And then in the fourth month, you'll have sales conversations that feel authentic to you and result in sales 20 to 50% of the time that you talk to people. And then in 5 months, in the fifth month, you'll have at least one full paying client, paying full price is what I mean, and a system in place for attracting more. So then phase three is the operational excellence phase. And this lasts 3 months. This is where you will set up systems to keep your business on track for sustainable growth and development. In the first month of phase three, you will deliver a complete product, program, or service and evaluate the customer's experience and achievement of the outcome they want. That probably sounds like a pilot test, but it's not. You've left your pilot test behind, and this is working in a new phase with a larger with your complete program or service, not just a slice. In the next month, phase three, you'll have set up the legal and financial systems you need for sustainable business. For example, you'll identify when your income will surpass your expenses, including business taxes. You'll choose your business entity, for instance, a LLC, S Corp, nonprofit, so on. And you'll sleep peacefully at night because you've protected yourself and your clients with the 8 legal documents that you must have. In the third month of phase three, you'll set up your data tracking systems for your lead generation, sales, customer satisfaction, and self-satisfaction metrics. You'll learn how to create, market, and deliver your unique program or service through a structured, evidence-informed system for success that's designed by nurse entrepreneurs for non-nurse entrepreneurs without the stress and risk of doing it alone. The incubator shows you how to launch your business with low-risk steps that fit who you are in a warm and encouraging peer community to give you a secure, sustainable foundation that will accelerate your future growth. With the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator, you'll only need to purchase a business license and insurance in phase one, a small lead generation tool in mid-phase two of client acquisition, and possibly some legal or accounting help in mid-phase three. Outside of that, you won't need to invest any more time, money, or energy in other courses, other coaching, or other tools like websites until you've completed stage one. And the business incubator is all about completing stage one. That's what we help you do. So in stage one, all you need is a phone, a computer, and a willingness to learn by taking action. My promise to you is that the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator coaches and I will guide you step by step through setting up your business and creating, marketing, and delivering your unique program or service. We'll help you face and move through any challenges that come up and support you with our self-paced videos, worksheets, templates, exercises, private mentoring, group coaching, and unlimited Q&A. We'll partner with you to develop the knowledge, skills, and confidence you need to start a business that's aligned with your strengths, limits, and values. And remember those fears that hold nurse entrepreneurs back? These ones on the screen? Well, we will help you move through them, not just bypass them. We will give you the education, tools, and support you need to build your skills and competence so your confidence is a natural result. So you can enjoy more professional autonomy and purposeful, rewarding work, experience more freedom and flexibility to enjoy a healthier lifestyle, and maintain and improve your financial security. You'll experience progressive learning through stages 0 and 1 of holistic business development. Plus, you'll receive extensive group and one-to-one coaching and support. You'll receive personal guidance to create customized business plan tailored specifically to you and your business, and apply your plan to reach your goals without feeling lost or overwhelmed. We'll help you build your mindset, tool set, and skill set. Up to 70 to 80% of business success comes from how we handle our mindset and point of view. So in the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator, you'll have direct personal support from me and my team of Liberated Nurse Business Incubator coaches, as well as your accountability buddy and a cohort of like-minded peers who will share your journey and cheer you on. In addition to the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator learning content, you're going to get premium personal support to work with your inner and outer circumstances. That includes 4 inner circle group coaching calls per month on Zoom, 3 private individual coaching sessions at month 1, month 3, and month 6, and unlimited chats with coaches on our private platform. We do not use Facebook or any of the social media platforms to deliver this course. All of our content and our connections with each other is in a private platform. If you've tried to market your program or services, but still don't have a full client roster, you'll love the Liberated Nurse Marketing Lab. This is a group coaching service where you bring all your marketing materials, questions, and challenges and receive my personal help. The lab costs $97 a month as a standalone service, but when you're enrolled in the incubator program, you can access this at no extra charge. Now, here's a visual recap of what you'll get in the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator program. Lifetime access to the self-paced learning content, weekly group coaching Zooms to help you apply the content, private individual coaching at 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months into the program. Plus, you can purchase additional private coaching sessions if you want to, and unlimited personal support through our private platform. And if you're wondering about personal support in after 6 months, there's a good chance you'll be ready for the marketing lab by then and have my personal help with your marketing materials. So here's the value of each online course that you'll study at your own pace. These are all, this is how we break down the learning content in the incubator. It's in separate courses. The first course is Prepare Yourself for Business. That helps you through stage 0. And the rest of the courses take you through stage 1. Choose your business idea, your best business idea, verify the value of your service, get more clients with less effort, then the legal and financial foundations and the data tracking systems. The total value of all this learning content is realistically estimated at $6,000. And you have lifetime access to it. You'll also have 12 months of holistic business coaching, and that's 48 group coaching calls, whatever marketing lab sessions you are ready for after you've finished your pilot test, 3 private coaching sessions, and unlimited check-ins and Q&A. The total value of the individual and group coaching and support is another $2,125. When you add the value of the support to the value of the self-paced business education, you get a grand total of $8,125. But then we also are giving you 5 bonuses. If you're afraid that you'll make a mistake that just jeopardizes your nursing license, you'll love bonus number 1, because in this bonus, we show you the legal and regulatory considerations that protect your nursing license while running your business. If you've already taken this course, because we offer it separately for $97. If you've already taken this course, we'll deduct what you've already paid from your tuition to the incubator. Bonus 2 is will help you focus. Okay, this is our focus and productivity hacks for nurse entrepreneurs, and it includes handouts and a worksheet to help you apply our recommendations in your business. So this one is especially great if you're a type of person who struggles with feeling scattered and distracted, and that's holding you back from making progress. Now, if you procrastinate or let negative self-talk keep you from doing what you know you should do, bonus 3 will help you. In bonus 3, you'll learn how to navigate the doubts, fears, and other inner saboteurs that keep you from moving forward in your business. You'll learn how to turn your negative self-thoughts into fuel for growth. We also offer this course separately. Like the last one, we will deduct the cost of this course from the incubator if you've already purchased it. Now, do you struggle with pricing your service and asking people for money because you don't want anyone to be left out? Bonus 4 is a recorded conversation with one of my marketing mentors, Peter Sandine, about this topic. And we discuss pricing strategies that are aligned with nurses' values. And this includes a worksheet to help you apply our recommendations in your business. And bonus 5 is 60 CE contact hours, approved by the American Holistic Nurses Association. The AHNA is an accredited approver by the American Nurses Credentialing Center, or ANCC, and the California Board of RNs. So this entire program of the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator gives you 60 CE contact hours that are accepted for RN license renewal in all 50 states, and it's accepted by the American Holistic Nurses Credentialing Corporation, the AHNCC, for certification and recertification as a holistic nurse or nurse coach. You'll get all 5 of these bonuses when you enroll in the incubator. The total value adds up to be $2,241 in bonuses. That brings the total value of the incubator program, including the learning content, the coaching and support, is $8,125. And then plus the value of the 5 bonuses, which is $2,241, for a grand total of $10,366. Of course, we're not going to charge you that. You've seen how this works. It's just, we're letting you know how valuable this is, truly. And then we're letting you know that you're getting a steal on this program, because you'll get all of this for just $297 a month for 12 months, or a one-time investment of $2,997. To enroll, simply use the link or the QR code on the screen. And if you're on the fence or wondering if this is a good fit for you, you don't even have to have a solid yes today. You might just have a maybe, because we offer a 2-part guarantee. Part 1 of our guarantee is that if you implement what I show you, you will enroll your first or next paid client within the first 30 days. If you do not, then you can receive a full refund. And the part two is that if you follow and implement my method, you'll consistently earn $3,000 or more per month within a year and have a clear, complete, and customized plan for sustainably growing your business well into stage two. If you do not, we will support you until you achieve these goals at an optional cost of $40 per month. Now, you might be wondering if you can really do this program while holding a full-time job or raising a family. And the answer in most cases is yes. You'll just need to focus and pace yourself, and that is entirely within your control. Even when participants have had to delay their progress due to things like illness in themselves or their family, or moving, you can benefit from the incubator because you can pause your progress and pick back up when you're ready. So if something like that comes up for you, don't worry, we will support you. Let's do a quick final recap of what you'll get in the incubator program. Course, this first course takes you through business stage 0 and supports you in listening to what is and is not right for you, identifying and developing your entrepreneurial strengths with our strengths test and personal guidance, and identifying how much time, energy, and money you need to start your business, and selecting a niche as well. And then we will show you how to position your business, acquire clients, and set up and refine your operations. In the business positioning phase, you will choose a business idea and listen to your target audience to see and hear your situation from their situation from their viewpoint. Sorry, I'm getting a little fatigued. In the second month, you will outline your first product, program, or service and identify a minimum viable piece of that and invite people to join your pilot test, including getting 10 paying clients who give you detailed feedback. In the third month, you'll complete your pilot test and create a core marketing message, plus improve your service to make it more appealing. Then we get into the client acquisition phase. This phase lasts 5 months. This is where you'll fill in your part-time client calendar through effective marketing and sales. In the third month of phase 2, you'll have a simple functional method of generating leads in place. I'm going to let you just read this slide because I know you can do that. Of course, pause it if you need to. And in phase 3 is the operational excellence phase. This is where you set up systems to keep your business on track for sustainable growth and development. We also help you set up your legal and financial systems that you need so that you can sleep peacefully at night, knowing you're protected yourself and your clients, and that you have the data tracking systems you need to grow sustainably. So the incubator will teach you how to create, market, and deliver your unique program or service through a structured, evidence-informed system for success that's designed by nurses for nurses without the risk and stress of doing it alone. You'll learn how to launch your business with low-risk steps that fit who you are in a warm and encouraging community to give you a secure, sustainable foundation that will accelerate future growth. You're never alone on your journey. You'll learn how to navigate your challenges through exercises and support from your coaches and your accountability buddy. And in addition to the educational content and premium support, you're going to get all of these bonuses. The incubator is a professional development program for nurses who want to practice to the limits of their license, beyond the confines of employment in healthcare organizations, with my guidance about doing the right actions in the right order at the right time. If you want all this business education and support, but you're still hesitating, this is the time to ask yourself, what's stopping you? If you don't join now, when will you join? If you don't start your business now, when will you start it? And what good changes in your life will you delay in the meantime? So if you want to join the Liberated Nurse Business Incubator, but you feel unsure and are holding back, pause this recording and ask yourself, what's stopping me? What are the questions I have? Then put them in the comments below and I'll answer them there. Or you can also write to me at Sharon@liberatednurse.com. And you can get all of this for just 12 payments of $297 a month, or a one-time investment of $2,997. To enroll, simply use the link or the QR code on the screen. Head over there right now. I look forward to supporting you and your business success. It's been a pleasure to talk to you today. I know you couldn't speak back, but I hope you will leave comments and or connect with me at Sharon@liberatednurse.com if you have questions. And I look forward to seeing you in the incubator. Thank you and goodbye.